Truth, back at it again with another YouTube video, and this time I've got a Breton Magicka Nightblade. I just got V16 thanks to the 2-year anniversary that Zos gave us for this game, the good old Jubilee cake. So I got this Ebon Art packed Breton Magicka Nightblade that I've created, and I'm had a really fun time with. It's a blast. He's a burst / Zerg busting build, and I like to call him the Grenade. Because, well, he bombs. Alright, just to show everybody what he looks like when he's fully buffed. So that's his stats. I really need to start feeding him. So that's his stats fully buffed, and so I went with 5 Vicious Death and 5 Clever Alchemist. The reason why I went with Clever Alchemist is the passive under the Siphoning Tree Catalyst, which gives you 20 ultimate when drinking a potion, and when you get higher up, rank 8 in Assault, you get Combat Frenzy, so it grants an additional 10 ultimate when killing an enemy player. Then also you've got Siphoning Transfer, which activates Siphoning ability, grants 2 ultimate. The effect has a cooldown of 4 seconds, so if you're spamming any Siphoning ability, you're getting ultimate. So it's really based off your soul tether and proc stat. So everyone knows I like to mix match my gear, so this is the gear setup I chose. I think he looks pretty good. Maybe change out his color scheme, who knows. Comment what you guys think about that. Should I change his color scheme? Any suggestions? Just let me know. Alright. Moving on to his sets, like I said, 5 Clever Alchemist, 5 Vicious Death. And common thing is VD for Vicious Death, but I really don't like saying that because, as my friend Tove likes to point out, it's fucking herpes, or the clap, whatever. It's a sexual transmitted disease, venereal, I can't even say the word. But, it's the Alabama in me. I'm from Alabama. I've been all over the country, whatever. But, end pin and my 3 big pieces. So, hat, chest, legs, all end pin. Then I've got one more end pin just to make sure I get over the 1500 end pin hump. And the other ones are divines. I do not have the necklace right now, so I'm just using this one because it's arcane and I've got spell power into it. But 2 Rings of Vicious Death, I'm going to replace that when I get the money. I've got a Ring of Agility right now and a Marksman Ring on sale. I'm trying to get that so I can get the Necklace of Vicious Death. See, I've also got this right here, so I'm going to change it out. So I got a sword and shield I can replace right here. So I'm going to run 2 Torx Pack for the spell damage. Instead of using Kina, the reason why I don't use Kina is because you have to do 3 light attacks to get the overkill, and if you're trying to stealth bomb somebody, really? You're going to light attack something? Really? Moving on. So, that is what I have right here, and that's his unbuffed stats. Skills and rotations. Shadowy Disguise instead of Dark Cloak, because with the Thieves Guild patch, Dark Cloak is no longer useful. It's no longer a purge, so also you get critical, or guaranteed a critical strike, which is going to be useful. Soulless Soul instead of Funnel Health. Funnel Health is group play, where this one does more damage. Lotus Fan is a distance closer. It's almost detrimental on all my builds to have a distant closer. Sap Essence, spamming that also gets my HP back as an AoE attack also. And also gives you Major Sorcery and Brutality, if that's your thing. I really don't understand the whole Brutality thing. Then I've got Proc Stat, which is the bread and butter. So you want to combine Proc Stat with Soul Tether. That does more damage the more people are in. There's a time limit right now. I've got it down to about 3 seconds. So I see 3 seconds on my timer on Proc Stat. Shadowy Disguise, pop my potion, Lotus Fan, Soul Tether. At Proc Stat will go off at the exact same time as the Soul Tether, and it will maximize my DPS, and it will ruin people. Moving on to the back bar, I use the Resto Staff. I use the Resto Staff, and I'll show it. It's not going to make sense when I first say it right here. but to get my Magicka back, as well as using Healing Ward. When I complete a heavy attack with the Resto Staff, I get about 8k Magicka back, which is really useful. So, especially in duels, it's helped me sustain. So I've got Mass Hysteria. That's the bread and butter of any Nightblade. Healing Ward, you can activate Healing Ward and Perma Cloak until you get your HP back. I heal myself one time for 17.5k and pretty much put me right back in the fight. Merciless Resolve. I like it because of the bow, 12k shot, and reduces the movement speed. It's a great single target if you really need it, but this can also be changed out. I literally just got this dude to V16. Don't ask how I've already got proc stat, because I did a lot of PvP with him. I was actually leveling him up to begin with in PvP. But I don't have the Mage Guild, so up under the Mage Guild, the Might of the Guild, you can pop Mage Light right there and put it in that spot, and you'll pop Mage Light instead, and you can get Major Prophecy, which gets more damage. Oh, wow, correction. You can put it on there if you want. It's up to you. But that's what I have in that slot right now. Huh. Then why was I sitting there thinking the Might of the Guild gives you Empower, not Prophecy. So I had those things mixed up. My bad. So Double Take, that's also my escape, because when you bomb, you're going to try to get out of there. And Siphoning Attack. So when you complete a light or heavy attack, you gain 1000 Magicka and Stamina for 15 seconds. And then Soul Tether on both bars. So what you can do, though, with Blur, or excuse me, Double Take, watch. Really get out of situations. So that's what I use. Now, so pop that. Boom, Healing Ward right there. So that's how you want to use those abilities. It'll definitely get you in and out of situations. So when you use Lotus Fan, you distance close and you pop them and you activate Soul Tether and your proc stick goes off. Start spamming Sap Essence and yeah, that'll finish them. Your Vicious Death starts proccing, killing players. It's like a domino effect. Heads start popping off. Looks like you put a bag of popcorn in the microwave and it's just popping. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and it's dirty. Now, the champion point setup I have for this one. So, starting out with the Warrior, because I do have Sword and Board, I try to get the passive right here, the Shield Expert passive. So, 45 in block expertise and 30 in resistant. So, instead of doing 8%, I'm going to start doing 10% as well. So, moving on, I've got 43 in Hardy and 8 in Elemental Defender. My last 4 points. By the way, I've almost reached cap. The last 4 points is going into Elemental Defender. I have 5 in Bastion. And then I have 32 in Quick Recovery. Moving on to the Thief. I've got 41 in Magician. The last 4 points are going into the Magician. Got 31 in Arcanist. 20 in Mooncalf. I do, by trade, stealth around, so I have to have some stamina recovery. Tenacity, you mix that with Siphoning Strikes, or Siphoning Attacks, excuse me, and you get more Magicka recovery, or Magicka, excuse me, out of those light and heavy attacks with the Resto. Tumbling. It's really useful, and I always will put points in Tumbling because of the break free. You don't want to get caught up in CCs. Now, the Mage Tree, 35 in Blessed. There's 12% healing increase, so Funnel Health or Swallow Soul and Sap Essence will give you more HP back. Same with Soul Tether. Elfborn, so you got to get the spell critical, and I've got 73 points, 20% damage increase to Magicka. Got spell penetration or spell erosion. It's been nerfed since the Thieves Guild. It's not so good. 15 in Shattering Blows because I'm going to do damage to Sorks. I'm actually just kind of trying out the Shattering Blows. Seems effective right now. Excuse me. As you can see, it's 11:35. I've been up since 4 in the morning. I'm kind of tired right now. So that is the Magicka Nightblade grenade build that I used. And I can make him into a ganker, and I'll probably turn around and make a gank set and make a video of that with him later on. But in the meantime, this is the Breton Magicka Nightblade. And the reason I chose Breton, Magicka Mastery, reduce the spell cost, and Gifted Magnus, increases max Magicka. So that's what I have. I need to get a lot more skill points. I literally just grinded him up during this week and got him to V16. I went from level 45 to V6 or Monday to Tuesday. So Monday I was 45, to Tuesday I was V6. And then Wednesday ended up getting up to V13, but I had to go to work early. And Friday I finished it out. So this is my Magicka Nightblade. And those who are watching this video, I'm glad you actually took time and watched this video, and glad you're trying to learn and make your character into something different. This, however, is just my personal preference, something that I found that works. If you have any idea or anything that I can use and change, just let me know in the comment section, and together we'll build Tamriel for the better. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and yeah, feel free to message me anytime. I like the theory craft. I love the PvP. So yeah, just let me know. So, alright, goodbye.